Brayton.
What's going on?
And so introduce yourself to everybody. Let them know what kind of music you do. And then we'll go from there.
Hi, my name is Brayton. I'm an alt-rock artist. I'm going to school in Miami, and I grew up here in Florida, so yeah.
Did you grow up in Miami?
No, I grew up in West Palm area. Yeah.
All right. So if nobody ever heard your sound, who do you think you sound like? If that's...
I would say, like, currently, it kind of is always changing, but I'd say currently it's like Bring Me the Horizon, kind of going like a little Deftones, kind of Linkin Park kind of area, yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
So I recently found you. How did I find you? I think you did a show with one of the bands I follow, and then I was like, oh, my God, this kid's so good.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I fell in love immediately. I even asked you if you wanted to go out to California. But we couldn't make that work. Maybe next time.
One day. I plan on moving there after college,
That's awesome.
so I'll be there, yeah.
What are you going to school for?
I used to go for music engineering, like audio engineering, but right now it's music business.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I found you, and then I was like, where the heck did this kid come from? So how old are you?
I'm 21 right now.
21, okay.
Yeah.
So tell me how you guys started. How long have you been in the scene? Because, like I said, I mean, I just found you a few weeks back. And I've heard really, really amazing things. Like, I reached out to Young Fiction. I was like, you did a show with this guy,
awesome.
Brayton, and I think that he's really good. So what do you think? He's like, if you got Brayton to go, that he would be the hit of the whole night.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Young Fiction's great. We have, like, coincidentally, we have, like, 3 shows upcoming together just out of, like, we didn't plan on it happening. We're just like, oh, shit, we got 3 shows together.
Yeah,
they're
tomorrow,
awesome.
too. You're doing the 5-6-1.
Literally tomorrow.
I'm going to that.
Really?
Yes.
Nice. I think I go on at 6:30.
Oh, I already checked.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
you go on at 6:30.
Did some research.
I'm going to get there to see Billy Doom at 2:30.
Yeah, I've heard good things about them too. I haven't seen them.
Oh, are you going to be there that early?
I think what time do they go on?
2:30.
2:30. I'll see. I have a long drive, obviously.
It's amazing.
So.
They're so good.
Yeah.
And so I'm going 2:30 for that. And then I don't know many of the bands in between. And so I was like, oh, I'll check them out. And then I was like, I have to be there for Brayton at 6:30.
And then Young Fiction plays towards the end. Yeah.
And Kill Billy's. So,
yeah, and Kill Billy's, obviously.
So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And so have you been on the 561 podcast yet? Or
I have. They were actually the first one I ever went on.
Okay.
And yeah, they've honestly helped me with a lot coming up, like doing local stuff.
Nice.
And, yeah.
They're nice. They're good.
They're great.
Like, I know Hector very well, just because of the Young Fiction, you know. So
yeah.
Okay, so how did you get started in music, and has it always been this genre?
It hasn't. It's been all over the place.
Okay.
So I would say I started music when I was young, like just playing instruments.
Okay.
But I didn't really know if I wanted to make music. I just played piano. I grew up playing piano.
Okay.
And then I tried drums, and I tried guitar and everything. But piano stuck with me for a while. Okay. And I went to a Christian private school, so I didn't really have anybody musical there. It was very sports-oriented.
Up in Palm Beach?
Yeah.
Which school?
Jupiter Christian.
Okay. Because my sister's kids went to the King's Academy.
Oh, really? Yeah. It's like Jupiter Christian or King's Academy. Yeah. So I went there, and I was really like the only kid doing like any sort of musical anything, and I really wanted to DJ.
Okay.
And I was into like EDM and dubstep and stuff like that. So that was what I originally started producing, was like EDM type of stuff.
Right.
And then at some point I wanted to get vocals on my music, but I thought singing was so lame. Like I thought, especially as a guy, like I was super insecure about that.
Right.
Like, and being in like a school where I was the only person really doing that, I just thought it was so lame. And I think it's really ironic because now it's like all I do.
Right.
But yeah, I wrote a song and I was like, I don't feel comfortable anybody else singing this, so I guess I have to.
Right.
And I was confident that like I'm a good enough producer because I'm self-produced that I could make myself sound good even if I sucked. And so that's kind of what it started out as. I was like 14 or 15.
Okay.
And it was really like poppy, kind of like that EDM, like poppy vocals. And then slowly I wanted to get more like pop punk with it, so I kind of started diving into the pop punk stuff. But that was like kind of like a phase, I think, not just for me, but for like a lot of people. The pop punk thing kind of like come and went. And And yeah, from that point on, the music's just been getting like heavier and heavier, and now it's getting into like metalcore, screaming stuff.
Right.
So yeah,
it's so good.
Thank you.
See,
yeah.
But I like that kind of music. Like some people can't handle like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I definitely is that your favorite so far that you've done?
Yeah, definitely. And it's gotten me the most success too.
Yeah.
Like I just recently like I'm going on tour for the first time.
Oh wow, okay.
We're going to Georgia and doing all the floor. We're supporting an artist called Violent Vera.
Okay.
She's super awesome. She's like, I think her song right now is like on the top of like rock charts.
Where's she from?
I think she's from Texas.
Okay.
She really blew up on TikTok and Instagram with yeah, really. I mean, that's kind of where I got a lot of my buzz from too. Was around that sort of time.
So
and yeah, she's awesome. All like produced by like her boyfriend, I think, produces all of her stuff. And yeah, the tour is her, Alexis Monroe, and Max Diaz. And I'm hopping on the bill for supporting them in Georgia and all the Florida dates. Yeah.
That's exciting. When does that start?
It's in June. It's in the summer.
Okay.
It's like June 19th-ish.
I don't know if that's her. Or I have her name there, so I won't forget it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's awesome, though. Because all right, so is it just that I'm completely out of the loop in what I do that I just found you, or did you just start playing shows?
Yeah, I would say I just started recently, like gigging and stuff like that. Probably like sophomore year.
Okay.
Of college, kind of like getting into it a little bit, and now junior year I've been gigging a lot more.
Right. Okay.
So I've kind of always been around the area, but I just have never. I only got a live band because I go to music school.
Okay.
Before that, I was just doing like little solo stuff here and there. Yeah.
Yeah. So your live band that you have now, is that like your band that's going to stick, or do you just hire them for shows?
I don't know. Right now, like we have a pretty solid 3-piece band.
Okay.
But it's kind of always changing. I mean, that's kind of why I wanted to brand myself, at least right now, as a solo artist.
Yeah.
Is because, especially in college, it's super hard to get commitment from bandmates, and everybody's trying to do other bands, and everybody's doing other shit. So yeah.
But I think that's smart because you have the full package, I feel. So it's like, why share it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's just the way I feel.
Well, like when I was growing up, I didn't really have anybody who did music, like I said. So production or anything like that, like I couldn't get someone else to produce my own music. So I had to learn to produce it myself.
That's smart.
And I've just been getting better and better. I always say I feel more like a producer first than a music artist. Okay. But I guess a lot of people don't know that I'm self-produced. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
How about your family? How do they support your music?
They're super supportive. They're not musicians at all. But my dad was like a punk like skater when he was a kid. So I can't skate for shit, but you know, he had the skater and then I got the musician part of it. So yeah, they're super supportive. Obviously, like I'm going to a music school, so they have to be supportive. A lot of times I feel like sometimes they don't know what they're supporting because they don't, you know, especially with music, it's like it's hard enough supporting a musician, but it's even harder when you think that like everything's always changing.
Yeah.
And like the way that you would support a musician 20 years ago isn't how you support a musician now.
Right. It's so true. That is so true. I talk about that all the time and how I feel it's so much more difficult these days than back then, because if you were found back then, you were found. Like now you've got to compete with TikTok. You got to
social media engagement.
Everything. It's crazy. It's
it really
crazy. Is. And then the ones that are found, a lot of them aren't even as good as some of the ones that are still hidden.
The thing that I say is there's some correlation between people who are really, really good and creative and also them being horrible at social media. And the ones who are really good at social media, usually like it compensates for the music, right? So the most talented people, you won't find them online, you know?
You're 100% right. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, how did I not think of that? Because I'm not good at social media, so I just think that I'm just this normal person.
I have to put my like 110% into social media because the music comes so easy,
right?
And the social media is what you have. A lot of people just they don't want to focus on it,
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have met any of the people that I've met without social media. I wouldn't have met my manager. I wouldn't have met anybody. I wouldn't
So
have
you
gotten
found your
where I am.
manager on social media? Would
Yeah.
they find you?
So
or?
his name's Dylan,
Okay.
and he's been basically with me since like day one-ish, right?
Okay.
So I was posting on TikTok just anything I could, funny skits and shit, or just like promoting my music. And he found me on TikTok, and he DM'd me, was like, yo, do you want to shoot a music video together? Because he's primarily a music video director.
Okay.
And I was like, sure. So we met in person. He was the first person I ever met, like, online in
Right.
person. So that was super weird.
Right.
He's younger than me. He's like a year younger than
is he?
me.
Okay.
Which is crazy because I was like, I got this kid shooting a music video for me, and he's younger than me. And so we shot a music video together, and then from that point on, we became just like best friends, like
Nice.
super quick. We've talked like every single day since that first video.
Right.
And then as I kept releasing music and kind of like sharing ideas with him, you know, his aesthetic definitely has like an impact on my like vision.
Right.
A lot of my like branding and just like how I perceive, like how I'm perceived online is like him.
Okay.
Like he does the videos, a lot of the cover art, the visuals. And so once I released Butterfly Effect,
Okay.
that was when we were like, yo, like we should just say that you're my manager because you basically are.
Right.
And then from that point on, it's just been like
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's a great story, though.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's talk about, you talk about Butterfly Effect. Let's talk about your songs that you've released. Tell me about the writing process of these songs. Since you didn't have a full band or anything to begin with. So how did it all?
So I have a lot of music out, but I really count Butterfly Effect as like the first good, like taking it serious song.
Okay.
I think everything else was just building up to that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like a project back in high school, and then I got a project that I released senior year. And both of those, I didn't really know what I was doing with it. I didn't know what I was doing. I never produced rock music, so I just did it how I thought it should be done.
Okay.
And I wasn't like writing that much music either, so it was just kind of like experimenting, like how do you even do this shit, like how do you write a good song, how do you produce a good song, how do you mix, how do you master, like all that. And I think you can hear it if you go back and listen to the old music compared to now. It's like there's definitely been like a jump in the quality. And yeah, I think what really helped me with like the writing process is just getting inspired by my friends who I've met who are really good at music. And so that's definitely like affected my production skills, my writing skills, all of that.
Right.
And now like I think I'm peaking quality that I've ever that I've ever done.
No, I think that you're right with that. It's so good.
Yeah, and I love it when people are like, "Oh, who produced your stuff?" Because like clearly you had to get it produced. And I'm like, "Oh, I did it." And it's like, "What?"
So you mix and master also?
Yep.
You do everything. That's amazing.
Yeah. I used to for a while. I didn't really believe in mastering my own shit. I was like, mastering's kind of bullshit. But then I paid one of my friends, his name's Jake Sonderman, to master a couple of my songs. And I was like, oh shit, like it definitely makes a difference. And so that's when I started learning about mastering and like how I could do it for myself.
Right.
And so now I'm just at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay. How long have you been out doing shows now?
I would say a couple years.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a couple smaller shows sophomore year. I actually did a show, one of my first shows with Dirty Rivals.
Okay.
Just
I love
super
Dirty
funny,
Rivals.
like, and now they're doing, crazy shit. One of my first shows too was with Further North, Further South.
Okay.
Further Within was one of my first shows ever at a brewery. And yeah, I did a lot of shows on campus and a lot of like local gigs, but only recently have I started like venturing out more, like 40-minute drives, like getting like out more. And now we're gonna be playing Orlando and stuff like that. So
where in Orlando are you guys gonna be playing?
The Conduit.
Oh, the Conduit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone plays there. That's like
literally
place
it's
to
the
play.
spot. Nobody really comes to Miami because it's like
So far
touring
south.
wise, it's like it's so hard to get down there.
Yep.
So
Everybody
I
says.
always have to drive north
Yeah.
to go to shows and stuff like that.
It stinks, but it's true.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's talk about the local scene since you're getting involved.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite local bands now?
I would say, do you know the Requiem?
I've seen their name. I have not heard their music
I
yet.
think they're signed. They're a bit bigger. They're like almost heavier My Chemical Romance.
Okay.
They're so good. It's like fucking insane. them. Obviously, like Young Fiction is like they're the boys at this point.
Yeah.
Me and my girlfriend are obsessed with Arnold Navii. I will say it all the time.
I have an Arnold Navii obsession. Arnold Navii comes into my family parties, okay?
Yeah. He's not real. He's like a character. Like, I can't believe that he walks the earth. You know,
right?
I've said this on another podcast, I think. I ran into him at Pierce the Veil.
Okay.
And I had a free pit ticket. And I was like, yo, you want to hop in the pit with? So it was me, my girlfriend, Arnold Navii. And we have this crazy picture with Death by Romy, which is like an artist that she opened for Pierce the Veil. And we all four got a picture together. And it's just such a funny picture because it's like you would not imagine the four of us being in a room together. And it's just so funny.
I love Arnold. He's one of my top 5 favorite people in the entire world.
Yeah.
Yep. I met him. He started coming to some of my shows, and I didn't even know because I like to have a good time at my shows.
Yeah.
So I was like, my friend who does have a good time but knows how to control it.
Yeah.
She would be like, every time she'd introduce me, this is Arnold. And then she finally was like, he's an artist also. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You're an artist? So then it's like a lot of times at these shows, I'll meet artists, and then they're not that great. Like, and I look into it, and then I looked into Arnold. I was like, oh my God, he's so good.
Yeah.
I just love him. Yeah, he's one of the people I'll definitely fight for.
Yeah.
So my buddy, but that's so funny that you're obsessed with him. He's such a good guy. Has he seen you perform yet?
Yeah, he actually has. Me and my girlfriend were actually trying to go see him, but I forget what show it was, but he couldn't do it for some reason.
Show.
Was that your show? We were going to come.
He broke his...
and we were so sad.
Yeah.
We were literally like going for Arnold, specifically for him.
I literally had that show so that Arnold could play.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck? He's like, Kim, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like, can't we just play some tracks? Can you just stand up there and sing? Like, can't someone play for you?
Yeah.
We got to fix this. So
Yep.
he's so my next show, he's definitely going to be there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So venues, what are your favorite venues to play?
I actually have a list of venues that I either have played and that are great or that I want to play, like just a bucket list. I actually have like a vision board
nice.
with venues that I want to play.
Okay.
So I definitely want to play Rev Live at some point. I met the Black Market guy who runs that, and we're really set on getting me on emo night for the next year because I did a photo shoot for them to promote it. And people thought I was playing it, and I was like, "No, guys, I'm not." But thank you for thinking that I am. And so I told him, I was like, "Yo, you should get me on emo night." And he listened to my music and was like, "Yeah, man, definitely next year," because the bill was already set.
Yeah.
So next year, I really want to play emo night. Yep. I just pitched for Battle of the Bands, which is also at Rev Live.
When are they gonna announce that?
I have no idea. I just applied for it.
Yeah.
So Rev Live definitely. Conduit is up there, which is cool.
Well,
we're knocking that off.
Yep.
I love Respectables. I finally got to play Respectables. That was on my bucket list.
Okay.
And you just feel when you play that stage, you just feel so legitimate. You feel like you're the shit. They have the lights and everything.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah. I liked Propaganda too. I liked Propaganda playing that. So yeah, especially locally, It those are my favorite ones.
I did a show in August at Revolution Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a battle of. Not a battle. It was the Stage Mom Tourneys. So it was I think I did 29 shows of 27 bands, 3 bands a night. And I did a leaderboard.
Yeah.
So it was voting. And then the top 8 bands played. They made it to Revolution
That's cool.
Live. It was so much fun.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it was fun. Okay, so as far as your vision board goes, that's interesting. Nobody's told me that they have a vision board yet, which is super.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. What's on that? Do you have a time frame as to when you want to make these?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say it depends on what it is.
Uh-huh.
I have some short-term goals, some long-term goals. One of the big ones is I definitely want to move out to LA after college with my girlfriend.
Okay.
She's an artist too.
Nice.
You should check her out. Her name's Nep.
Nep.
She's been doing great. She just
NEPP?
went on her first tour. You would not expect us to be dating based off of music alone.
Really? She's so different.
Yeah, she makes folk singer-songwriter music.
You're like my daughter and her boyfriend.
Really?
Yeah, my daughter, she does folk rock, and her boyfriend is does like the harmonica and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he's the singer of a really hard punk band that he's in with his father. His father was in a very successful local band back in the 90s.
Nice.
And so it's the whole band but then the singer passed away. So they adopted Jeremy to be the singer. So
that is insane. Yeah. We met, we both go to college together, so we met in college. Should just be, she has Snotty in front of her name. Snotty. She's been doing great.
You guys met in college?
Yeah.
There we go.
That's her.
Awesome. Okay, I'll follow her. Dang. She definitely.
Yeah, she had a crazy blow up after her ex-boyfriend cheated on her, and she wrote a song about it.
Oh my gosh!
And
what is that song? I'm gonna have.
It's called "Soup Song."
Okay, I'm gonna.
And that really just blew her up, you know.
Oh,
which is great.
Is she with Jake?
Jake Sonderman?
Yeah, is that her manager?
Yeah, no, that's just her producer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jake, let's see here. Small World. Jake.
You know Jake?
Yeah, he is Levy's. You know Matisyahu, his son. He is. He represents Levy. He does something with Levy.
Oh, what?
Really? Sparta Distribution, is Jake a part of Sparta Distribution?
I'm not sure.
Because I swore that it was.
He's got a double life. I'm not.
Jake, yep.
I'm not sure. I don't think he manages anybody, so maybe it wouldn't be him. Yeah, I think he's just a producer.
That's his. Maybe he does. Maybe double life, like you said.
I mean,
that's his.
She's got a ton. She knows a lot of Jakes. So.
It might be a different one. It might be the one that I'm talking about. Let me see, because now I'm like. All right. Well, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, anyhow, what time is it? Okay. So, we got a little late start here. But let's move on to... I do a segment of my podcast called You Can Tell Mom Anything.
Okay. And, nice. Nice.
So, it's just questions for people to get to know you. And so, outside of music...
Yeah.
I know you go to school, but do you work?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a lighting designer.
Oh, nice.
I do lights for the concert hall at school. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That comes in handy for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So, if you could choose any celebrity to be your best friend, who would it be?
Oh, I already have my celebrity as my best friend. It's my girlfriend.
Oh my God. That is so sweet.
That was the quickest answer I could give. Yeah.
That is so sweet. Okay, so my next question is out. Do you have a significant other?
We do. Yes.
He's very, very taken. So.
Yes.
Okay. If you could wear one color for the rest of your life,
black.
What color? Okay, that
has to be
for sure.
It's just the easiest answer.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your favorite nickname that you've ever been given?
I hate nicknames.
Oh, okay.
People have tried to call Brayton. They've tried to be like, "Oh, what's up, Bray?" or "What's up, B?" And I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, stop." Yeah, I just like Brayton.
Okay.
Yep.
It's funny because there's certain names that I'm that way too. Like my dog's name is Willie, but I call him William because I love the full name William. Like I don't like when people say Will or whatever. I love William.
Yeah, definitely.
So I hear you on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Who would you pay the most money to see in concert?
Oh God, the most money. I would say it'd have to be a band like Linkin Park with like Chester because he passed away.
Right.
So if that was possible, you'd pay a lot of money to go see that. You know what I mean?
Did you ever see them live? Before he passed away?
No.
That stinks.
I don't even know if I was. I guess Well, when did he pass away again?
Not too long ago.
I might have been crazy. I think I was crazy young though. I don't even know if I was into that kind of music as a kid.
Let's see. 2017.
He passed away in 2017?
Yeah.
How old would I have been then?
So that's for 7 years?
I would have been
16?
14 maybe.
Oh, 14. I can't count.
I was in my EDM arc then.
Okay.
So maybe I might have not even known it was a crazy opportunity. Or My Chemical Romance.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I just missed them when they played. I was like, fuck, yeah.
My daughter had bought the tickets, then COVID happened, and then it got
so
pushed out
annoying.
2 times.
Yeah.
Finally, it happened. My God.
Yeah.
She said it was a great show.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so If you could share a meal with 4 individuals,
Oh my gosh.
alive or dead, who would they be?
Oh, it's like the Jay-Z like dinner thing. God, if I had to pick, you said 4?
Yeah.
God, I would say. Do you know who Modson is? I love Modson.
Yeah, I've heard of Modson.
Yeah, I love him.
He was with Avril Lavigne, right?
Yeah. I got to meet him, and he's probably one of my celebrity top.
Okay.
And he's not even like that big, but he's got such a unique mindset and like way of looking at stuff. I would say him for sure. And they got to be like celebrities too.
Well, not necessarily. I've had people pick philosophers and poets. And
oh shit! Yeah, true. That would be
Jesus Christ
smart.
at dinner.
I mean, that would be crazy,
right?
I might just put him on there just for the fuck of it, you know. Yeah, I would say him. I would probably say like I would say Chester from Linkin Park would be a crazy one. Gerard Way would be fire.
Who is that?
Gerard Way, lead singer of My Chemical Romance.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And for a 4th one, I have no idea. Arnold Navii.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to call him after this.
Yeah.
So funny. I love that kid too.
Yeah.
All right. So who was your first celebrity crush?
My first celebrity crush? Oh fuck, I don't even know. Cause I don't really like. I don't even view like celebrities like that. But if I had to pick, I'd probably say like Billie Eilish. I had like a Billie Eilish phase when she was super like darker.
Yeah.
I kind of fucked with her when I was like 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What is the biggest lesson that you've learned this year?
Shit, the year's not even close to being over.
Let's say March to March.
Yeah, March to March. I would say the biggest lesson that I learned, I really got into like the whole manifestation mindset type of thing where, and not just that, but just like when you have clear signs of where your life is supposed to go, like you should follow them. Yeah. You shouldn't fight a clear path that's being laid out in front of you. And I feel like a year ago I was kind of in that, and I feel like you can tell with my music when that mindset shifted for me, and it was around Butterfly Effect upwards.
Right.
I would say I was like I'd get these feelings of like, oh, like this is the decision I should make, and I wouldn't want that to be the decision for some reason.
Right.
And I would fight it, and I was super sad with my success. I was like, oh, where am I going with life? What's going on? And then once I finally just like kind of cut the rope, and I was like, you know what? This is clearly where my life is supposed to go. I'm going to follow this, and I'm going to put 100% of my mentality into that. It's like life did like backflips in my favor finally, and I never felt like that. I always felt like I was fighting against life, and finally feeling like life is doing jumping jacks for me to make sure that my dreams happen.
Right, that's awesome.
Yeah, I would say that's the biggest lesson for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. Because you always do. You just want to follow. If there's no obstacles, then it's got to be the right way. So
exactly, yeah.
When you follow the signs,
you just got to get rid of all of the, people always talking about getting rid of toxic friends and cutting off the toxic thing. It's true. Like if there's things that are causing you stress in life, like you should probably get rid of them or figure out what you're doing. Why is that even in your life? If it doesn't have a good reason of being in your life, it shouldn't be in there.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. What is your most favorite thing about yourself?
My favorite thing about myself right now has probably been, I don't know, because it always changes, right? I used to not be a very confident kid in high school just because I felt like I didn't fit in. It's stereotypical. But I think my ability to be myself, obviously, that's a big one.
Right.
Super cliche answer, but also I really fuck with my production as well.
Right.
So those are probably the two things, like my ability to like not really give a fuck about what I wear or what I do or how people perceive me in that way. And I also think like a skill that I have that I'm really proud of is like my production, being able to go higher quality and higher quality.
See, like I think that you said something so important that a lot of younger kids need to hear, like because you may not feel like you fit in at that time.
Yeah,
As you
you're
get
just not in
older,
the right
just
bubble.
give it time. You're gonna grow into who you are, and I think the reason why you're so happy with it now is because it's all falling into place for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're comfortable with who you are, which is nice.
Yeah, and also being in a music environment, like surrounding yourself with the right people, is a big change for like people's mentality. Like you might think you're super lame around a certain group of kids, but then you get out of that, and I look back at all my high school kids, I'm like, you guys are the lame ones. You guys are still going to be in Florida forever. You know what I mean? Like I finally met the kids that are cool, and they're the artists. They're the kids who are paying super low rent, and they're living out in LA, and they're trying to fucking push their dreams. And even though they're not like super rich, and they're doing all this basic shit that like everybody else is doing, like those are the cool kids, you know?
Yep. And you get one life. One life.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, for real.
Even if money's not going to make you happy.
Yeah.
It'll make things easier, but it's not going to make you happy.
For sure. I'd like an extra 10 grand right now if I could. I'm not going to lie.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you could join any music group,
like a
current
band
or the past, yeah, what would it be?
I would say, I mean, my chem would be so cool. If it was like an alternate life and I could be in my chem, that'd be fucking insane. Or like Bring Me the Horizon.
Okay.
Like obviously like I sing, but like if I could do anything, like I will learn an instrument that I don't know how to play. Just to
well, you sound like you pretty much know most of them.
Yeah, I'm all right. It's kind of like I'm kind of like rounded off in all of them. Like I can play drums, but I can't like play fucking drums like crazy. I'd love to, but there's only so much, I could pull myself in certain directions, you know? Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to swing back to Butterfly Effect because I forgot to ask you what I wanted to ask, and what is that song about?
Yeah, so that song is about, it's inspired by me having to end a 3-year relationship.
Okay.
Or maybe not having to, but choosing to.
Okay.
And like I said, that's kind of the deciding factor of like where I need to go. Like it was really just I felt like I needed to take music more serious, and I needed that time.
Right.
And it was the first tattoo I got.
Which is nice. Yeah. Did you design it?
Yeah, it's like just a manic sketch that I drew, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get this.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was like I think we would, me and ex-girlfriend would both agree like it just wasn't like clicking towards the end of it. And that's what I was saying, like people in situations like that need to realize like your life is going this way and you can't fight that.
Right.
And I think like we were both fighting that in that situation.
Right.
And finally, like, what the fuck was that? Oh shit, we were playing music in this bitch? Alexa.
Hey, Google.
Oh, it's Google. Yo, this shit's crazy.
Hey, Google. Stop.
Hey, Google, shut the fuck up.
How did that even happen?
That's so
Nobody's
funny.
down there.
It's a ghost.
Oh my god. Okay. Well,
But yeah. Anyway.
I mean, it could have been a good song, right? It would have
So
been
funny.
Imagine if Google started playing your Butterfly.
That'd be crazy.
Song. That would have been insane.
Yep.
I totally forget. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What it's
Just
about. Okay.
yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do rapid fire.
Cool. Oh god.
There's only one of you, so I think that you'll probably be good. Half the time when I do the bands,
Yeah.
they all start a discussion. So
Yeah.
okay. So you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. What celebrity annoys you the most?
Oh no, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think any celebrity annoys me because I don't get annoyed that easily by celebrities.
No.
No, because it's like it's too much energy on me. Like I have to focus more on myself. I'm not gonna throw heat at any celebrity.
Okay. All right.
You know, I'll
you're
just
much
say that.
nicer than me. You're a better person than I am.
Even the celebrities that annoy me, I'm like, okay. Yeah.
To each his own. Okay. So hiking or gaming?
Gaming.
You're a gamer. I could tell by the way you just said that.
Yeah, I used to be at least. So.
What's your favorite?
I was a Roblox kid.
Oh, were you? I've got a Roblox kid in her room right now.
I don't know how it's changed. I haven't played in a while, but like peak Roblox 2012. I'm like, fuck.
It's been around that long?
It's been around since like 2008.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's changed
my oldest
so much.
was not a gamer.
Yeah.
It's my younger one. She's got her whole gaming station set up and stuff, and like every freaking
Roblox and Minecraft are just
I don't know if she does Minecraft.
Legendary games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. It's crazy.
My mom thought I was going to be addicted to Roblox for my whole life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my daughter is addicted, and she gets it from her father, I think. Do you remember World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
All right, my husband,
you're like, don't even get me started.
I'll tell you, that was bad. I would wake up in the middle of the night and I'd hear
like,
click,
you're
click,
still
click,
playing.
click,
You're
click.
like,
I'm
what
like,
the fuck?
I uninstalled it.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What's going on? Where's my game?" And he's not going to watch the podcast, so he doesn't know.
Yeah,
it was me.
That's so funny.
He installed it again, obviously. But
Yeah.
I was like, okay, coffee or tea?
Tea.
Okay.
Coffee makes me like too.
Does it?
Yeah.
I used to get like that. My sister used to say for a good time, just give Kim a cappuccino.
Yeah.
Because it was hysterical, but I'm so used to the caffeine now. So
Yeah.
All right, so what's your favorite movie genre?
I love movies that like I don't even know if it's a genre, like a plot twist type of like a movie that makes you think, like Inception or Interstellar.
Yeah.
And my favorite movie is Tenet, if you know Tenet. It's by Christopher Nolan. Same guy who made Interstellar. Same guy who made Inception.
Tenet?
It's like
Is it an older movie?
No, it came out during COVID, which is why people might not be that familiar with it. Robert Pattinson, he's in it.
I was just watching Twilight with my youngest.
Twilight's awesome too.
Yeah. Tenet.
It's such a. It literally. I think about that movie. I had to think about that movie for like 2 weeks to even understand.
Really?
Like, what the fuck was even happening?
All right.
It's like a secret agent kind of movie, but it's like a time travel movie.
All right.
But it's time travel in a way I've never seen. I've never seen it done like that.
Right. Okay.
Ever. So it's just mind fuck movies.
What was that movie? That time travel movie where? Oh God, it drove me. Who the hell was in it? My husband always finds these crazy ass movies.
Yeah.
And it's just like I forget.
I
who was
love
in it.
time travel movies, so
That's gonna drive me crazy.
I would know.
I'll have to DM you and let you know what it is.
Yeah, time travel movies, favorite genre.
Okay,
movie.
all right. I can't say that they're mine, but but my husband loves that stuff too.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you believe in soulmates?
Now I do.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, how long have you and your girlfriend been together?
About a year now.
year? Okay.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. All right. So, who do you? You're probably going to be nice about this too.
Right.
Who do you feel is the most overrated musician?
Oh God. I am super nice about it because I respect the musicians who are like super high up.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I'm trying to think of maybe a band because I know there's like a lot of opinionated motherfuckers in like metal, you know.
Yeah.
I would say a lot of people. I just think a lot of people at the top are overrated, obviously because they're at the top. So I would say no, because the problem is that if you say any of them, they have fan bases that will disagree with you hard.
Yeah.
I will just blanket it and say people at the top Billboard charts are probably overrated.
Yeah.
Because it's like, how did they get there?
Right.
You know?
No, I get what you're saying. 100%.
Just they are overrated.
Yeah.
Like on a like you can't say they're not overrated.
Right.
That's why they're there.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
I see your point. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also
There's some that shouldn't be
I'm
there.
also a good conspiracy. I'm a big conspiracy motherfucker.
Are you?
So, yeah. Just I have those weird opinions.
Right.
About shit. So yeah.
Okay. That's funny. All right. So what is the best compliment that you've ever received?
Oh God. I love compliments that are like kind of backhanded at first. I love compliments that show that I've defied people's expectations.
Okay.
So when people just love me right off the bat, it's cool. But if people didn't like me and then they do
They have to admit that they do.
Yeah. So like I got a really good compliment at my Respectable show.
Okay.
Because I wear some crazy shit sometimes. Usually when I perform, I try to like do some crazy shit because that's like you're performing, dude.
Yeah.
Come on. I was wearing this sparkly like mesh top.
Okay.
Where you could like see through it, like all the tattoos and stuff like that. And it was like a super feminine type of thing. And I think I love dressing a little feminine because I do like screaming and shit. It's like the complete opposite of what you'd expect. And so I love it when people DM me like, you know, when I first saw you get up on stage, I was like, who the fuck is this kid? You know, wearing his sparkly shit. And then you started like screaming. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, that's my favorite. Yeah.
That would be my favorite too. Like if I
people just don't know what you're gonna sound like based off of how you look.
Yep.
And then they're like, oh fuck. Yeah.
They're not giving such a high expectation of what they're gonna receive.
Yeah. And that's my favorite because you know it's super genuine and real, and you know that those people are probably haters normally about everything. Yeah. And
because people that would say that are
yeah, like you So yeah.
Okay. That's got to be like I'm trying to think of the word. So fulfilling. Like,
yeah.
Fulfilling is not the word I was thinking, but I can't remember it.
Like you can't win over everybody, and it's not like you should try to. Right. But when you do, it's like nice.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could do half the stuff that you guys do so that I could get that feeling. But okay. So who inspires you the most?
Oh God, I would say, like, purely musically, I would say like the bands that I mentioned before. Like I'd say like Bring Me the Horizon, like Linkin Park right now. I love The Plot and You. They inspire me like musically. I would say like lifestyle wise, and just like I would say Mod Sun for one of them. Obviously, I would say my dad because we're super similar. My dad and my mom, my girlfriend, and I'd say like all my friends are making like his name's Sachi Six. He's an artist out in LA. Super inspiring. Noah, he's Sachi's producer. He's like what I'm shooting for, my production sounding like. And it's cool because it's cool when the people that inspire you like are actually like you're friends with them, and they're not just like these random people that are, like you can talk to these people, you can reach out to them about like real shit that's going on. And I just think it's better for people to like when they say like support your local artist. Like I think that's actually real. Like it's honestly better and more fulfilling to do that. And I think like building a community that way is a lot more effective than like just striving for these people that are super high. Because when they're at the same level as you, if you can get inspired by somebody who's like maybe a little bit like a step ahead of you, I feel like it's more achievable. You know, when you're inspired by somebody who's like super like a million steps ahead of you, obviously that's cool, but you don't even know where to go from there. You know. So when you see an artist that like you're friends with and they're just like that one step ahead of you, you've been following them, you know how they got that step. That's what's inspiring, is like you're so close to them, you know? And I feel like that's what I've done throughout music as a whole. It's always like I'm looking at that person who's just like one up from me, not really like a full million steps ahead of me. Right. So yeah.
That's a really good answer.
Yeah.
I love your answers.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Because it's realistic.
Yeah. You need. I mean, it's cool. Like dream big, but like the steps should be realistic to get to the dream. You know.
Exactly. Because you're gonna have people dropping out left and right if they're and they're trying to get there immediately.
Yeah, you're not gonna ever be sad. And I'm always like never satisfied type of person where like I'm always trying to do more. So if I'm not reaching achievable goals, I'm not gonna feel good about myself. You know.
Yeah. No, that's mature.
Nice. Yeah.
I know tomorrow, this isn't going to be out tomorrow.
Yeah, I figured.
You have your 561 Music Fest.
Yep.
Which I'm excited about. I'll definitely see you.
For sure.
What else do you have coming up?
Yeah. I'm playing, I think it's April 5th, Respectables with Young Fiction.
I'll be there.
And
It's their 5-year anniversary.
Yeah, and Anna Eclipse, who's super fire. And then I might have the Battle of the Bands coming up.
That'd be very awesome.
You know, I think I have an orchestral performance at my college that's going to be insane.
What college is this?
University of Miami.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wait till I tell my husband.
Yeah.
He's a diehard.
Really?
Yes.
So yeah, the lineup is me, an artist named Dawson Fuss, and my girlfriend. and it's all three of us, and we're playing our music with like a full orchestra.
Nice.
So it's gonna be like rock with an orchestra. Yeah.
That would be amazing.
So that's gonna be fire. And then the big thing is this summer, the tour,
Right.
Violent Vera tour.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're going to go to Orlando. You're going all the way up to Georgia. Where in Georgia are you going to be?
Do you know the Masquerade?
No.
It's a venue in Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta.
We're playing that venue, and then Conduit. I think we're doing Jacksonville,
Okay.
Winter Park, Orlando,
Nice.
and then Tampa. And then I'm seeing Blink 182 the next day.
That's awesome.
Blink 182 and Pierce the Veil
To end
in
on
Miami.
Rush.
Dual show,
That's
both of
awesome.
them. It's
You're doing
fucked.
both of them?
It's one show.
Oh, it's one.
Yeah.
The both of them at one show.
It's a co-headlining show
Nice.
in Miami.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Wow. That's one heck of a way to end all that touring.
I know. I just gotta stay healthy through it. You know.
You'll
Yeah.
Take your vitamins for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what my mom tells me.
I
She's like, take your vitamins.
California, I was almost dead for 2 weeks. It
Or
was-
yeah.
I got something that was
Going to California and back is like crazy.
insane.
It's a haul on your body.
It is.
Yeah.
I was literally in bed for like 2 weeks. I was like, yeah, I drank a lot, but geez, I can recover quicker than this usually.
Yeah, it's like that jet lag and everything. Yeah.
Okay, so how about merch? Do you have merch out?
I do. Right now, you can only get them at local shows, so
Okay.
that just means you got to go to the shows. You know, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, we definitely want to plan on like getting a merch site out.
Okay.
I'm thinking after the tour, we'll probably like list the remainder of the merch online and like do that.
Are you gonna have your merch with you tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop by the table.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else? What else is going on with you that you want everybody to know about?
Yeah. I mean, I keep stressing the tour. That's probably the biggest one. We just shot a music video for Ugly Mess, which is my song that just came out this month with Dylan, and it's a collab between Dylan and A-Flux Studios, if you know them. They've shot videos for like, I'm trying to think of some of the local artists they've worked with. I think they shot, yeah, his name's Bobby. He's super fire. Shot for I think An Eclipse. I think Werewolves. I think Let Me Bleed. I think all of them have videos with them.
That's the way. Yeah.
Audio Crisis. I think I think like a ton of people go through them. Super fire.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I just saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so we got that video dropping. I drop one song a month. That's what I'm trying to do
Awesome.
to keep that momentum. So I've got a song, very Pierce the Veil, MCR, post-hardcore song coming out next month with my boy Death Wish, his name is.
And what's the name of that song?
Broken Glass.
Okay.
Yeah. First to hear it, honestly. First to hear it. I haven't even promoted it yet.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I know.
All right, you heard it here first.
Yep. I don't know when it's coming out yet.
Okay.
That's like how early it is. But it's once a month. I plan on dropping once a month. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where can everybody find you? It's Brayton, right?
Yeah, Brayton. On Instagram, the username is It's Brayton, ITS, Brayton. On Spotify, it's Brayton. Apple Music, Brayton. And TikTok is Brayton Music, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So,
Any
yeah.
last words that you want to say to everyone watching and listening?
Thanks for watching. Thanks for having me on. And it was super fun talking to you.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll, get another one in
For sure.
at some point,
And you'll have to play one of my shows.
Yeah, duh, for sure. I mean, I would have loved to do the California one for sure, because Viper Room is fire.
Yeah.
All my friends have played Viper Room in LA, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, one day,
Next time.
yeah.